Hello everyone, my name is Graham Brown. I'm one of the founders of Brookes West Shore and of the Brookes Education Group. And I just will use this opportunity to talk very briefly to introduce our UK Brookes Connection trip. This represents, a dream of the Brookes Education Group, which is to really connect students from different campuses. And this represents one of our first efforts. The students who are interested in this program from Brookes West Shore will get a chance to study with and at Brookes Cambridge for 2 weeks, in addition to enjoying a variety of highlights within England. The students who choose to go on this trip will actually be taking classes with, meeting, studying with students from Brookes Cambridge. And in doing so, get a chance to see how students there live and learn, and how things might be different. But of course, we recognize that this is the spring break for the Brookes West Shore students, and we don't want to make it, overly too much about study or too much about school. So of course, there'll be some opportunities to go with the Brookes Cambridge students on a variety of day trips, and then of course the weekends, and we'll be going to a variety of UK highlights, including Oxford and London. So Brookes Cambridge is located north of London, and you can see here on the map that it's located in between Cambridge and Bury St Edmunds. So it's about 25 minutes from Cambridge and about 2 hours north from London. This here is a picture of the dormitories and the classrooms that we recently built at Brookes Cambridge, and this is where the students and participants of this program will stay. And here you can see some pictures of the campus, and in particular the bedrooms. So each bedroom has between 2 and 6 beds, and each room has a private bathroom with a shower and toilet. I think this is interesting. So if families want to join, we're making this a trip for the students, but parents are welcome to join on the trip. And this way the parents and students can stay, you can stay with your child or with your parents in a room. Again, each room accommodates between 2 and 6 people. Here's some more photos from the campus and the surrounding area. In the top left, you can see the tennis courts and the fields. So the property, the Brookes Cambridge campus, is actually 7 acres and extends all the way to the back, where you can, on the far tree line there. The Brookes bus there, the red bus, traditional English bus, is actually has been converted into a library. And then the castle on the left is something that we'll go to. It is in the surrounding neighborhood as well. So the itinerary is for students to study or attend classes, integrate with students from Brookes Cambridge. And I think it's really interesting for students, if you're studying history, to see how history is taught and what people focus on, in a different country. But again, it's not about, this is not about homework or school, but it's about integration and connections. And so there'll be opportunities for students from Brookes West Shore to play games with, to go on excursions with, and to study in classes with the Brookes Cambridge students. In addition to that, there'll be opportunities to visit some world-class universities. Obviously, Cambridge University is very close to our school, and there'll be opportunities to go into Cambridge itself and to walk around Cambridge University, which is actually a collection of different colleges. On the weekend, the first weekend that we're there, we will also have an opportunity to go to Oxford University and visit Cadbury World and Stratford-upon-Avon, where Shakespeare was born. As I said, some of the school activities are really going to be integrated excursions. There'll be opportunities to go rock climbing or to go on a ropes course or the clip and climb, to play games such as cricket, maybe rugby, or even horse horse riding, which is quite famous in the Newmarket area. In addition, there's, as you know, as you'll know, most likely England is famous for its architecture and castles, and there are castles near the school, including Norwich Castle that we'll be able to go to, Warwick Castle, which is near Oxford, and then of course Windsor Castle, which we would be able to visit on the final weekend on the 2-day trip to London. Highlights including the London Dungeon, there'll be Big Ben, the Tower Bridge, there'll be opportunities of course for shopping along Oxford and Regent Street, and we'll even take the subway to get around, which is a great experience by itself as well. As I mentioned, there's a 2-day trip to London, so we'll actually spend 2 nights in London and then depart from London to the airport. London's an iconic city, and you'll recognize many of the images in the pictures here as well. So when we are on the trip, everybody will be staying in the accommodation at the Brookes Cambridge residence, but when we go to Oxford and London, we will be staying at London St. Paul's in Oxford, and you can see the pictures there on the bottom. And in London, we'll be staying at Youth Hostels Association, and again, there's a picture there. Please be assured that we are booking rooms so that our students and participants in the program will not be mixed with people, other people. So the rooms in the hostel range from between 4 and 8 beds, I believe, and we'll make sure that we block off rooms so that all our students are staying together and with appropriate supervision. So that's just a very high-level overview of the program. With this video, I'm attaching, or narrated PowerPoint, I'm attaching also a program itinerary which shows what students will be doing each day. And where it says classes, again, those classes will include a range of lectures, of tutorials, but also of day trips and opportunities to learn, just like the Brookes Cambridge students do and with the Brookes Cambridge students. So what will parents do? If parents, we are opening this program up for parents to join their children on the program. And I think this presents a really interesting opportunity. So when you look at the itinerary after you've listened to the narration here, you'll see that there are opportunities, where the students, the participants, have a very structured program. It'll be a lot of fun, a lot of activities going on, and the parents are welcome to join in, to meet other parents from the Brookes Cambridge community, to join in some of the classes, to help. But there'll also be a lot of opportunities for the parents to go into Cambridge, maybe take a day trip down to London, maybe see some other sites, and even if you wanted to, potentially take the tube to Paris or even Scotland if you want, for 1 or 2 nights, knowing that your child will be safe and taken care of, and you can see how that might happen in the program. So it's a real opportunity for parents to go on the trip with their children, but also have an opportunity to go off and do a few things on your own if you're so inclined. So obviously, one of the most important or most asked questions is what is the cost? And when we're pricing out the program, because this is a program that is intended to facilitate connections between our campuses. We hope that the Brookes Cambridge students will come and join us, and that this might lead to longer stays. So somebody from Brookes West Shore after this trip may say, I'd like to study at Brookes Cambridge for a term, or vice versa. Someone from Brookes Cambridge might say, I'd like to study in Brookes West Shore for a year. So we've priced this basically at cost, and what that means is that it doesn't matter if you're a parent or if you are a student, or if you're a sibling of a student. The price is the same, because basically we've just priced it at what it costs for us to administer or to run the program. And I should note that the because Brookes Cambridge goes from kindergarten to grade 9, if you entire families can go. So even if, let's say, Brookes West Shore student is in grade 6 but has a younger sibling, your sibling would be able to go and join in the classes that are offered at Brookes Cambridge as well, and be a regular participant in this program. So the program, here I encourage you to look at the itinerary, and it costs £870, which as of today converts to about $1,475 Canadian. And that covers everything from once we've arrived to England to the time that we depart. So that includes the pickup, that includes the ground transportation, the local transportation, the room and board. It includes the accommodation when we go to Oxford, when we go to London. It includes all the meals. It includes the activities, the excursions. The only thing that you'll be responsible for when you're in the program will be your own spending money, for souvenirs or things like that. So the charge from Brookes would be £870. Unfortunately, the flight, because this is spring break, is quite expensive. Right now, I've been quoted from $1,540 from WestJet and $1,600 from Air Canada. There is an opportunity to renegotiate these prices after we've confirmed participant numbers. So both of these are based on 10 participants. So if we have 20 participants or even 30 participants, we may be able to negotiate a better number. And that leads into the how to apply and the steps in doing so, because I think it's important. We'll be sending out a revised itinerary by December 15th. Based on the preliminary pricing that I've provided to you already, which is £870 plus the flight, which is between $1,500 and $1,600 Canadian dollars. I would like to receive from you an indication of interest by December 20th. There's no commitment at this point. It's just an indication to say, yes, I'm interested. I would like to go on this program. And you just email that to me, indicate how many people, your names, and that will allow me to go to the airlines and negotiate a better price. As I said, if I can go to the airlines and say, well, we have 20 tickets or 30 seats that we need, we may be able to get a better price. After I've done that negotiation, I will then send the final itinerary with the final price in Canadian dollars, so after the exchange rate, and I will send that December 30th. At that point, I will need, in order to confirm your seat on the airplane, we will need a $500 non-refundable deposit by January 15th. We will then require a $1,500 payment, which by January 30th. And again, this all goes to the airline just to book the seat. And then the final payment and balance will be due by March 1st. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to email me at gbrown@brookes.org, and I would be happy to answer your questions. Please also make sure to review the itinerary so that you can see what happens on the weekends and during the week as well. Thank you.